What is up, guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So say what you will about Netflix, with all its negatives and stupid decisions that they have made in the past, they are a great hub for anime. Despite of canceling amazing shows like The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance and putting out 8 seasons of an ugly-ass cartoon for pedos such as Big Mouth, Netflix has brought us some really cool anime and shows. Bubbles, the anime movie, is one of those in the list. Yeah. Okay. Netflix has brought us really cool anime movies that are at the level of Studio Ghibli, such as A Whisker Away. By the way, you should go and check that out. Really good movie. The Bubbles anime movie is just as stunningly beautiful, taking place in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo, Japan, because if it's not in Tokyo, then it's probably not cool enough. Isn't that right? The Bubbles anime starts out with Tokyo being underwater and these mysterious bubbles floating around the city. Thus the name of the movie, right? It is never really explained where the bubbles came from, but the movie does suggest that they came from another dimension or so, you know? Anyways, in this post-apocalyptic Tokyo, a group of orphans have turned the city into a parkour arena. That's right, you heard me. A parkour arena. Okay? Gotta say, this is one of the most enjoyable things about the movie. I love seeing the characters jumping from bubble to bubble, building to building, and all the stunning aerobics that is parkour. That was something that I was not expecting in the movie, honestly. Okay? The main character, Hibiki, is just your typical anime main character who happens to be very skilled at what he does and tends to keep to himself, right? Although he is more like Sasuke and less like Naruto. Actually, he's really more like Sasuke overall. One day, Hibiki falls into the waters of the overflooded Tokyo city. I'm not quite sure how this happened, but magically a cute cat girl manifested from one of the floating bubbles in the city, literally coming to life and saving Hibiki's life. I mean, shit, talk about timing. You know it's not an anime unless there are cat girls in it. Okay, that's just how it is. There's got to be at least one cat girl in an anime, just one. Okay? That's how you know it's an anime. Unless, of course, it's how you get your spice, and that doesn't count. Anyways, moving on. Hibiki brings the cat girl home and names her Uta, right? Because what is a pet without a name? Probably not your pet. And Hibiki was not dumb enough to let someone else give her a name, if you know what I mean. Turns out that Uta can do parkour just like Hibiki, and she can hear the sound of the magical bubbles floating in the post-apocalyptic Tokyo. Okay, this is the confusing part of the story, because like I said, it is never really explained where the bubbles came from. They just describe it as a phenomenon. One day there was a phenomenon, and the spiral of bubbles burst into Tokyo, destroying everything, right, and overflooding the city. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks really cool, but I wish, maybe I missed that part. Maybe they didn't explain it well. I don't know. It doesn't take away from the movie. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so a romance builds around these two, Uta and Hibiki. At the same time, it seems like they cannot be together because Uta, the cat girl, belongs to the bubble dimension, right? And she's the only one that can turn Tokyo to the way it was. And it was Hibiki who had summoned her when he was a kid. I mean, that's kind of like a typical anime story. You know, they met when they were kids, and then, now that they're older, they're trying to like bring back that old flame, right? It's so romantic. Anyways, it's one of those things where the story expects you to just figure it out, right? They just want you to figure it out. Maybe I'm just bad with metaphors and symbolism, but I struggle to understand, and I had to rewind the movie multiple times. Aside from that, Bubbles is really cool story. and the cat girl Uta starts to grow on you. Seriously. Reminds me of the little brat Ponyo from one of the Studio Ghibli films. You know, that's really kind of what reminds me of. I mean, who knows? Maybe the creator of this anime movie got inspiration from Ponyo. You know, there's a lot of similarities to that. I don't want to give too much away, but I think most people will really enjoy this movie, especially if you like parkour with a touch of the magical girl genre. I mean, at first you think, okay, well, that's not really going to work. But then you watch the movie and you're like, heck yeah, you know? Although the story has its flaws, this is one of those anime movies that turn non-anime fans into anime fans. So, if you didn't like anime before, you're probably going to like this shit. For real. And The Matrix gives Netflix Bubbles anime movie an 8 out of 10. Yes, it was that good. I would probably watch it again if I'm not too busy playing Final Fantasy or watching Korean boy bands with my little sister. Hey, she makes me watch it. I don't have a choice, do I? Anyways, if you like this review, make sure to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. If you did not enjoy this video, then thank you for watching this long and helping this video rank higher on YouTube, because yes, the dislike button actually does help, despite of what people think. This is Andy Matrix. Godspeed.